Okay.
Right?
Mm.
Well, this is a 2016 Grand Cherokee, I'm told. Problem with this diff is the front bearing fails, single row, angular contact. The rear one, double angular contact. You can get that one. You can't get that one in Australia. So to repair it, you can convert it to tapered roller by you putting this bush in there, knocking that in there, that fixes that, and machining this out a bit, doing a machining to the cup, and positioning that bearing at the right height, you can overcome the problem. You've got to be very careful when you're doing this diff, because the wall thickness down in here, go and do it around this side. This wall thickness is limited, isn't it? See that? You've got about 5 mil there. So you that's where you've got to be careful of, but you can bolt all this to a disc, put it up in forge or chuck, get it running true and square, and do an alteration inside this end and a machine around here, put this bearing in the front.
A pretty cool little measuring device you got there.
Well, that's wood lathe people use those often, and machining very thin bowls there and stuff, but anyway. So you can put the combination of tapered bearings like that in there. It's hard to mix tapered roller bearings with ball bearings because you can't give them any pre-laid. So if you give it a little bit of pre-laid for this tapered bearing, it'll ruin that. You can only have fingertip pre-laid. So there's none of these in Australia. They're 4,900 plus GST. Found a second-hand one up in Townsville, right at the top end of Australia. They wanted $4 grand for it.
What? It's $900 more than your new one.
That's right.
Fucking
yeah, but
dickhead.
how good is the second-hand one? You get it down there and it's all rough in the pinion bearings. You've got to send it back.
Mm-hmm.
So you're faced with the prospect of either reconditioning it this way with tapered rollers, or get this one from overseas and using that. But it's a failure of the design. I don't know why they keep on using these ball bearings. They told someone said in BMWs they've got an extra 3 horsepower out of the car for racing purposes.
Mm.
Well, that's all right for a race 100 miles long. What about ordinary passenger car, which you want to get 200,000 or 300,000 miles out before the diff packs in? So, a bit of a shit design everywhere you look, this bloody thing. You can't get the cross shaft out because they're welded on crown wheels. You can't service the planetary gears. Sometimes the thin thrust washers behind these, especially these pinion gears, blow up and fragments come out, ruin the crown wheel and pinion. It's a ground crown wheel and pinion, that. Done in a high-powered gear grinder. But so that's how you could go about fixing that properly. Done this many times before with that bearing in BMW. Now this is the main problem, this skinny shit-pot bearing, and the amount of material you got in here to machine it, but that can be overcome by machining both the cup as well as the bore of that. So that's how we can fix it. Just have to drill. I've marked all this and drill these out. Got a bit close to that one. You just weld a piece of stuff on there. They're 12 mil be 1 3/4 pitch, I think, those threads. And you can bolt it on there, put it in a forge or chuck, clock it all up, and as I say, do the machining alterations, and you convert it to tapered roller bearings. These are tapers, side bearings. They're out of a Mercedes, that number. But anyway, that's how you do it. What is it? A 309, this ratio. 3.09. But we made a lot of these bushes years ago. We all the bores and the diameters and faces are all been made in an NC lathe, a long way away from the chuck, so that it doesn't get any triangulation in the power of those chucks on those NC lathes can crush that. So you've got to do it a long way away and then end for end it and do it that way. It's what we did. Anyway, put that on this, I was looking at this Jeep forum yesterday, and blokes all around the world have got problems with these things. And dealers won't sell you any parts to fix it with other than just the oil seal, side seal and pinion seal. But if you do it with tapered roller bearings, it'll give you good life expectancy, because these bearings are common to diffs.
So you're putting them in, and these,
Well, they're the old ones, that's right. See, it's all pitted up, the track in this.
ball bearings, yeah. Okay.
They can't take the loads, these ball bearings, because of the surface area, whereas rollers are so long, the area is so much greater. Probably got, could have 10 times the surface area than a ball bearing.
It's only rolling on that.
But anyway, put that on the forum, or Jeep people that look at all this stuff, and that's how we'd fix it if anyone sent us any of these.
What's it called again? A Jeep what?
What's a Jeep? Forum, isn't it?
Right, what's this diff out of?
A rear diff in a Jeep, Grand Cherokee 2016.
Okay.
And independent rear suspension, you see.
Okay.
Back half to it.
Yeah.
It's just a toy. It's independent rear suspension Jeep diff. Oh, know about it because you got the picture of that, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's it. These manufacturers are making these cars so that they just sell you another diff, and they want all the money. They don't want anyone to repair anything better or be able to repair it, because they just won't even sell you the bearing. It should be illegal.
Right to repair.
Because,
there's a law called right to repair.
Everything wears out, especially if it's got no oil in it. All these bearings would just melt. Same as the same thing is with the crown and pinion. Because this is welded on, you've got a broken planetary gear here, nothing's wrong with the gear teeth, you can't buy it. You've got to buy a complete diff, but you can't unbolt it. But there are a couple of different ratios in these. I believe there's a 4:1. Well, this is a 309.
How come a Holden Commodore you can get a diff for under $1,000, but this is $5,000?
Oh, because there's so many of them.
Oh.
Holden Commodore, which model Commodore?
Well, my car, VE.
That's the Borg Warner diff.
No, yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, that one there, the VE.
Yeah, they're all the same
Well,
price.
I don't know about getting them for under $1,000. They're probably full of shrapnel, like they smash to pieces all the time.
Just a standard diff, yeah, you can get them for under $1,000.
Can you? Oh, well. But, well, there's an abundance of them. They're all being smashed to pieces by the young louts driving them, and the diffs are still okay. These are only just recently come out, I believe. They're all solid beam housings, Jeeps, early ones, 10 years ago. Anyway, put that on that thing. I bet you'll get someone ringing us and, oh, can you fix my diff?
Yeah, our number is 0395552213. Jack McNamara Diffs in Victoria, Australia.